Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another Let's Play with Weng. I am your host, SlickWeng. We didn't have a video yesterday. Why? Well, my crash problem was back. Except it's not really even a crash. I would be okay with a crash. It's a total freeze. It just, lock up. Control-Alt-Delete. Beat that up. Destroy it. Kill it. Restart it. There you go. So yeah. No video yesterday, but today we seem to be doing okay, and it gave me actually a little time yesterday with no video to put some crazy stuff together. You guys are probably like, what the crap is all this? Don't worry, we will get into that. Where should I start? Let's start down here. So we went ahead and we set up this hydrogen generator plant. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of these little electrolytic separators. This is providing a fair amount of power to us. I haven't quite mathed out how much yet because we haven't run it at capacity, and yeah, it is what it is. So we have this power setup running over here to this grinder. You guys will remember this from the last base as our wonderful Cursed Earth mob grinder. Well, why do we need that? We're making ores. Well, one of the first things, and when I do the tutorial, I'm actually going to break these out in modules. One of the first things we actually need is going to be sulfuric acid. Sulfur, right? You with me so far? Well, when you kill creepers, you get sulfur. So we're going to have this little guy set up to our grinder. I will probably harvest this mob essence at some point because I hate to see it go to waste and set up another grinder for it. So our power then runs off up to here for some other stuff. Item duct coming off of here with a trashy can. So far I have redstone and sulfur blacklisted. I will set glowstone. Well, actually I guess I don't really need that because there won't be witches spawning down in there, will there? Oh well, doesn't hurt anything. I forgot, we just some basic mobs, no witches. So that runs all the way on up here, and we have some chests to collect some of the other items, and right now we actually have sulfur going in here. So not too big of a deal. This little guy we're going to blacklist. A little bit of sulfur. Right? Yep. Blacklist sulfur. Okay? Because the sulfur is going to go right here where this dirt block is. You know me, I have to have it look halfway cool before I actually make it functional. So this was me planning how I was going to make it cool. So our sulfur is going to come up here into a cool little machine. And I'm not going to explain any more until we actually get this going. So let's go grab our machines. Oh god. This is one of the better pranks that I've ever seen. This was funny to me. Slick Boo and I were over here using your Tinker Table, and we crashed the server. When we came back on, we suffocated and died. When we came back, Chunk was corrupted. Chunk, we are really sorry, Joey and Boo. This right here is a funny. That's a funny prank because I think it's actually even on the Chunk borders. I could be wrong. F9. No, not on the Chunk borders, but still, it's a funny prank. Now, what's even funnier? They couldn't have planned for it. I spawned inside, and this went all the way, and that went all the way. So I spawned inside, and I'm like, why is the world not loading? What the hell? And it wasn't until I kind of started freaking out, and I was just like, I'm going to try and walk and make the world load. And I noticed up top the tooltip. So there was probably a good 15 seconds there or so that I was just like, oh, man, stupid Minecraft. Yeah, that was a good prank. That was a good one. Well, I may have jinxed myself by saying no crashes, so Yeah, we crashed twice. It makes doing this kind of awkward because I end up having to say the same thing a couple times and then I forget what I've said and feel like I've already done it. It's kind of weird. The difficulties of YouTubery. I kind of think it might be all this flowing lava. That's kind of what I think. I might kill the flowing lava. We'll see. We'll see. I'll throw like an obsidian block that way. If I'm wrong, I can bring it back. We have our machines. So we have a chemical oxidizer, chemical infuser, electrolytic separator, chemical infuser, and a few rotary condensers. Alright, so we have sulfur coming up through here. So, one of the first steps in making the sulfuric acid is we need to make sulfur dioxide. Now, we are going to do that by using this chemical oxidizer. Okay? Chemical oxidizer. And one tough thing with the Mekanism stuff, these things are specific to what side of the block touches what. So if we take our little wacky dad, see how that won't connect? This is the item side. This is the gas side. So you have to connect things in the way that things will come out. Kind of a bummer in my opinion. So I don't know. Rare chance mod creator sees this. Hey bro, can you just make it so like we can do inputs? Like maybe I like the way that looks sideways or something. I don't know. So this sulfur is going to come up through here, right into that little guy. Okay. And I am probably gonna set up a little bit different deal for this. That way, as stuff comes up, I can have like a little backflow. You know, a little storage, maybe a deep storage unit or something that'll feed. Actually, deep storage won't work. But anyway, we'll figure something else out so that way I can have a large buffer of sulfur to go into this little guy. Okay, so sulfur going to become sulfur dioxide because it is oxidized. Okay, now our next step is going to be to make sulfur trioxide. Now, any of you guys that have taken a chemistry class, dioxide versus trioxide, what do you think the difference is? That's right, an oxygen. Okay, dioxide is 2 oxygen per sulfur, and trioxide would be 3. So what we need is some oxygen. So we're going to put this little guy right here. He's going to power. He's got, interestingly enough, oh no, get out of there. Stop it. Dump. I should have set this up so that way that wouldn't happen. We need the oxygen, and this is another one of those where it, you know, the side matters. So bummer, because I would have liked for this to have been facing out with the tank so we could see it. It would look really cool. But we need to set it up so that the oxygen, which for this block is going to be the right, so this side, the oxygen will come out over here into another chemical infuser. So the chemical infuser is going to get sulfur dioxide and oxygen and create sulfur trioxide. You see it building up in a buffer, and I'm probably going to have to redo this mess. Yep, because it's, okay, you're broken. Alright, let's just break all of that. Alright. Did I drop more down here? Nope. Okay, we good. We good, dog. Alright. So now we have our sulfur trioxide. Now where is our sulfur trioxide going to go? It is going to go into another chemical infuser. But first, what we need to set up over here is going to be, how was this set up? I had this mathed out in my head, but now that I'm doing it and talking, my talking is distracting me. Okay, one of the first things we need over here is we need some water vapor. So we are going to break this little guy. Now here's another another specific, side-specific block. And it took me a little bit to figure this out, but see the G and the L, gas, liquid. Now this little guy will work both ways. It'll take a gas and turn it into a liquid, or it'll take a liquid and turn it into a gas. So you can have, let's say we wanted to store, I don't know, a buttload of oxygen. We can actually just turn it into a liquid and pump it into like a drum or something like that, and we would have a ton of liquid oxygen. You would need to have another one of these on the other side of that system, which is something we are going to do. Not oxygen, but you'll see. You'll see. So this little guy's pretty freaking cool. Alright, now that water vapor, we need it to go. Let's actually just make sure. Go that way. There you go. Okay, so decondensentrating. I kind of think that's a made-up word. So it's taking water and it is turning it into water vapor. If we go the other way, it would condensentrating. I'm pretty sure that's made up. It would turn the water vapor, the gas, back into a liquid. So we want it to turn water into water vapor, so that's how we want it to go. So the gas is going to output this side, and we are going to put that into a chemical infuser. So now our chemical infuser right here should be filling up with water vapor. Beautiful. Alright, so what's the very next step? Well, the very next step is going to be to fix our frickin' our tubes that I screwed all up. So our sulfur trioxide comes down here. I really don't want you to link to that. Can I tell you? No? Well, there goes the lava. So, cross your fingers for me, guys. Hopefully without all that flowing lava we'll be okay. And I am going to fix that, and I'm going to show you guys a very cool trick, but we will do that in a minute. Back to what we were doing over here. Let's just whip this together real quick. Is that it? Yeah, that's it. Okay. So we have our pipe coming off of there, and we want it to not connect. So I think, can I not? I really can't. I can't microblock around that. Oh, I can microblock that way. What if I do? What if I try this? Place. Place? Okay, good. Beautiful. I was gonna just frickin' rage mode there for a second. Alright. I didn't review the footage, so hopefully I don't dupe myself. So we have oxygen coming in. We would normally have sulfur dioxide coming in, and that would be creating sulfur trioxide, which is what's coming out right here. So our sulfur trioxide needs to come on over to here, where it will connect to this chemical infuser, which has water vapor and sulfur trioxide. What's that gonna make, Mr. Wang? Well, let's go see. I have this running down because I'm going to show you guys something really cool. Pew! Alright, get up in here. Wonderful. So this little guy comes right on down to here. Well, why would you do that? I will show you. Remember when I said you can use this rotary condensentrator to do cool stuff? Well, we're going to use it to do some cool stuff. So right now, I should have dug this a little different. I didn't quite know how stuff was going to work before I started digging. So, clean that out. And now, so we have our gas line coming on down. Whew, that was a big frame drop. Yikes. Alright. Rotary condensentrator. Okay, now we're gonna whack this little thing. Hey. That way. Okay? No, this way. Yeah, I had it right the first time. So our gas is gonna come down, and we're gonna need another pipe. but going to come down, and we're going to turn it into a liquid. Well, why do you want to do that? Well, let's go get the stuff and I'll show you. Okay, pressurized tube. Oh, I've never shifted over that. Capable of transferring oxygen and hydrogen, and a whole lot more that's not on there. Bonk. Boom. So here we have sulfuric acid. Can we... oh yeah, I can't do it with that. Sulfuric acid. Boom. Which is becoming liquid sulfuric acid. Awesome. Now, let's go ahead. I don't know if I could hook these directly or not, but we're just not going to risk it. And I think I could do it the other way. What color are you? You're like a baby poop brown, sort of gross. Bonk. Ender tank. These things are really, really cool. So check it out. This little guy should start draining. Why you no drain? Huh? 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 Why you no drain? You drain now? You should drain now. Okay, well maybe I have to tweak that a little bit. But ender tanks are really cool. They are basically like ender chests. However, you can set up networks with these. Now you see on the top here, when you make these, they're all white because you craft it. Can I pull it up? Nope, I sure can't. Let's pull it up this way. When you make it, boom, relatively cheap. You make it with white wool. So when you craft it, it has white all across the top. And basically that's your dial code, okay? So you just go find yourself some dye and you have boop, boop, boop. So 16 times 3, that's, I don't know, that's a lot. I'm tired. That's a lot of choices. So a whole lot of different networks you can set up with this thing. Well, I figured it out, and it got dark, and so I've been kind of hanging out and waiting, and I love this new base. Look at this, it's just so pretty. So pretty. I should be upset that it's not clear and sunny, but I don't know, man. Just this beautiful snowfall and this gorgeous view. I'm gonna plant more trees over there, by the way. Gorgeous view. I want to get a big oversized sweater and drink tea out of a mug with 2 hands. Wonderful stuff. I hope you guys like it. I am a total dork. I know this. Hopefully you like it, because if you don't, you probably won't stick around for long. Alright, as soon as this clears up, I'll take you down and show you what we were doing. Wonderful news. Okay, it just took a pneumatic servo. That's all it took. Just pneumatic servo. So that little guy pumps over here into our ender tank. Now I had to consult with our buddy Newbie. I didn't know what this meant, and basically it's input versus output. So you just flip the little switch and now this will output, I believe, and now it's set to input. Now, from what we think we discovered, I don't think it matters on the side where we're pumping stuff in, because I think this will just pump in. I think this kind of works similar to the thermal expansion tanks, where if it's output, it'll automatically dump down to the bottom. Okay, so we have our gas, which is stupid water dripping bugged me. Our gas is coming down into here, into our rotary condensentrator. That's such a stupid name. Down into here, and it's being turned into a liquid. This step definitely not necessary in the process, because we actually need that sulfuric acid to be in a gas form. However, I want our ore processing stuff to be over here. So how do we get from there to there? Well, ender tank. We are going to take our ender tank, and we are going to put it right, well, I don't know yet, but we're going to put it up here. Okay, and so that little guy should be set to output, and we're a little, My whole desire to make things pretty before they're functional, it can be a hindrance sometimes. Let's screw it. Let's just put it right here. Okay, with a fluid duct, and that fluid duct is going to be pumping out of there. I hope that actually works. Can I? No. You know what? Let's do it this way, in a way that I'm more confident will work. Let's put it here to here. Okay, and then since we need to get it back into a gas form, we just pop another one of these little guys. Then we flip our little thing here, as I burp in your ear. Liquid. Okay, so liquid going to be going in, gas going to be coming out. Now I wonder, you're not taking anything just yet. Let's go get another one of those pneumatic servos. Well, actually, let's see. Blue up. That might be an input. Let's try this. Red up. No? No? Okay, well, let's try a pneumatic servo. Now, the unfortunate thing, I am awfully tired of making frickin' hydrogen generators. So, we don't have power up here just yet, but we will. You're still not taking nothing. Why are you not? Liquid's in here. We're gonna go this way. Ha-ha! Whoa, why do you have power? You have power. Okay. Alright, I'm good with that. This was gonna have to happen anyway. Okay. So here we have the product of all that crazy stuff over there. Just gonna pop out right here. Beautiful. Beautiful. Okay, so now our gas is going to be the next step in what we need to do over here. Now, I'm going to go ahead and set up for next episode, another ender tank, because we do also need to get our brine over there. I haven't really been paying attention to chat, so evidently I am the topic of much discussion, but I like that. Subscribe to Slick or Die. We are loved. We are loved. Okay, so now we have this thing filling with brine, and we are going to come over here to our wonderful new base. I absolutely love this. Best decision I've made in a while. And we are going to put our brine tank right there. Okay, so folks watching on the server, just forget the colors you're seeing here. Don't steal my stuff. I'm just kidding. You guys are good. I'm not worried. So that right there is set up, so we are prepared to start really putting some stuff together here at the actual base for this. And my goal is for next episode to make our first 5 times ore. That's going to be the completion point of next episode. So as always, guys, really appreciate you watching. Thank you so much. Like, comment, subscribe, all of that fun stuff really helps the channel out. I feel awesome about how well our channel is doing. I really do. I might be a little bit overconfident, but I was telling, I think I told Newbie the other day, I said, you know, one day I'm going to be asked to play on the MineCraft server. One day. I will. I'm telling you. Because I'm awesome. I'm awesome. And people will know it. Alright, enough fantasizing. Thank you guys so much for watching, and we'll see you in the next episode.